anyway.
Yeah.
My issue is, over the time or not, there's financial breach there. It needs to be investigated. Because then there's a knock-on effect. It's like dominoes, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that amount of money there, invested one could lead to that trophy, can then lead to that trophy, can lead to that trophy, can lead to Champions League qualification, Champions League qualification that way, or because of that one was wrong, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, it was one of them where frustrating, obviously for the teams battling for the top four, because now it's literally you've got to get fourth place to get it. So, unfortunate for the likes of Leicester, yourselves, depending on what happens.
We've United are flying, but go on,
you know
continue.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Wolves, Sheffield United, Chelsea, like you have to get in top four now.
Yes, the race is on. And I bet I tweeted this out today, and I said something along the lines of, nobody is shocked, not a one person is shocked by City getting this ban overturned. I think we all said it when it came out. Yes, I was very gassed up about the possibility of them getting relegated to League One, but I knew the bare minimum they were going to get is a hefty fine. And that's exactly what happened. They didn't even get a year ban. Like, I knew, like, so what is the point of FFP if it's not going to be implemented? But this is it was UEFA, if I'm correct. That's the organization it was.
Who basically overlooked financial fair play. But here's the issue: is Manchester City have been hit with a £10 million fine for apparently, or basically for not responding in time for UEFA's stuff and requests for certain books and certain accounts.
Yeah.
For those years, so it's like, if you're hit with a £10 million fine for not responding to emails, like, there's something that's seriously gone on here, and it's just something that doesn't sit right with me with this whole entire thing. Because UEFA's first statement when they banned City was serious breach of financial fair play on multiple occasions. So if UEFA have found multiple times where there's a serious breach of financial fair play, how come that's not been upheld by sport of arbitration? It doesn't make any sense.
You know what it is? It makes sense to me. You know why? Because it's run by ain't this the same thing that's run by? It's all corrupt, innit? That's what I'm basically trying to say. I ain't even trying to get him into it like that. I was gonna, I just thought, nah, it's all corrupt.
It's all corrupt.
So they found out where the corruption is and said to the corruption, give me some of that corruption piece, and we can all put this one to bed. UEFA and FIFA are basically moving like corrupt cops at the moment, bro. So they basically, you know, if you've got enough money to put into corruption, probably said to him, all right, yeah, well, you know, give us a bit of that piece and we'll sweep that one under the carpet.
Yeah.
But and then use the excuse of COVID. Because to me, now you've set that's a dangerous precedent that they've set there. Because to me, if I'm a PSG now, I'm like, all right then, I'll just bust that then. Real Madrid, who we know have the, you know what I mean? You don't want to do this with a Real Madrid about. Real Madrid have got peas. You know what I'm saying?
Real Madrid are backed by the Spanish bank.
The king, bro. The king of Spain. The king of Spain. You get what I'm saying? The king of Spain, brother, is where their peas are coming from. Man, peas are coming from some next sauce, you know. Man, they're talking about, owners. Nah, they're the real. They've been having that owner thing for time.
I'm trying. Yeah.
So it's one of them. It's for me, like we all said it at the start. We didn't expect it, but at the same time, I did expect for a little bit something more in terms of.
But what was the actual fine they got? Is it 15 million?
No,
I see. It was 10 million, which is obviously that is a big amount, but that's nothing to Manchester City.
That's nothing to a Premier League football club in terms of a fine. There's Man City would have, and this ain't just to Man City, by the way. This is to all. I'd say 80%, no, maybe 50% of Premier League clubs can afford to spend 10 mil on a 16-year-old who's probably not going to play for the first team for 5 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean?
That is
so
true.
10 mil. If we put that into relative terms in terms of spending, let's look at the 10 mils what man have spent. You know what I mean?
When's the last time Manchester City spent 10 million
mil on a first team
on
player?
a first teamer?
Exactly.
Like,
so,
when's the last time they probably even offered someone 10 million? I don't think since they've had the takeover, there's probably not a one player who has been 10 million.
do you know what I'm saying?
Like, that's probably wages and things like that. Like, that's really nothing. Like, if they lost 10 mil from an account, they'd probably be like, I wonder where that 10 mil went.
Yes.
They were even investigating
10
it too
mil's
heavily.
not having wages for one of their top players for a year.
Yeah, that's
do you
true.
get what I'm saying? So
That's
it's 10 mil.
The last time they spent 10 million on a player was Guns and Company.
There you
Was
go.
it 10 million? And how long ago was that?
That's
2008.
That's a totally different market. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a totally different market where you could still get them little bargains from the small teams. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's one of them for me. But it also, I'm just disappointed. For me, it's one of them. You might as well have not brought it out then. You might as well have just kept it behind closed doors, UEFA, because you've made yourself look stupid.
And that's UEFA all over.
And so, like, what I don't get is, if you're the governing body, yeah,
here we go.
You're the police. You're the football police.
Yeah.
And you can't lock someone up when you caught them red-handed.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? They
Facts.
literally caught City red-handed, paraded to the whole world. We're gonna do this to him, and then nothing's come from it. So, for me, that's an L for UEFA.
Yes.
Handing out L's this week. You know what I'm saying? They need an L. UEFA deserves an L. UEFA and FIFA, they're forever holding bare L's. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care. They all about the money.
Yeah,
it's all about the money. That's
there
what
you
it
go.
Is.
Cause like,
it's all about that chicken, as Cassidy would say.
Yeah, about that chicken, bro. You know what I'm saying? All about that bread, that chicken and that bread. You get what I'm saying? Some yard man dinner there, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them.
That's way. Said some yard man dinner.
Yeah, shout out to the man. Yo, there's someone right now. He's got fried chicken right now. Not even just fried, some sort of chicken. And one hard bread.
Bread, yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to you because I could do with that right now.
Yeah, that sounds. If there was a vegan alternative instead of the chicken, that would slap right about now. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you get vegan chicken? Try that.
Nah.
Does it not slap the same?
Nah, it don't slap, bro. So I don't know what it is. You get what I'm saying? What is it? You know what I'm saying? How can you have something that looks like something and tastes like something but isn't something? No.
Substitute.
That's count, and it might smell like money, but it ain't money. You know what I'm saying? But when you do it with money, it's called counterfeit. But when they do it with the food, it's not called counterfeit. But anyway,
God.
That's the next sort of them now. City. One thing I will say though, which I'm excited to see as a football fan, is City's now City's response to losing the league that way and not having this ban.
Yes.
I'm actually intrigued to see what they do because for me, they need to now go and get like an Mbappe or something. They need that needs to be their
a statement.
Yes, they need a statement signing now.
Yes.
They need a signing. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Chelsea have done their statement signings with the Ziyech and Werner, and there may be more to come. I think United might have, one statement signing. But for me, City now need to go and get. See, like where everyone's touting all these centre backs for United and Liverpool. It won't surprise me if City go and grab one of them.
Dude, I was thinking about this. Everybody, probably bar Liverpool, needs a centre back or some form of defender. What, you don't rate Joe Gomez though?
No, it's not. Joe Gomez is an issue.
Go on, what's the issue? Nah, when I say centre back, I'm talking first teamers though. Like, need one desperately. I don't think you lot need one desperately.
We need a centre back desperately.
You think so?
Yeah, Lovren's being
Go on.
sold. Lovren's in the process of being sold.
You need one anyway if you got Lovren.
That's what I mean. You need to if you got Lovren.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You lot snide on. You lot snide on. You lot.
Nah, it's one of them. So for me,
snide,
how I see it right now is, I'm intrigued. This could be dangerous.
You man just butchered Lovren, but
Nah,
nah,
trust me. This could be dangerous. This could be now. Look, so let's put it this way. Alternate universe. Pep, the ban gets upheld. Pep goes. They lose top players and that. Everything changes. Now, because in terms of, and I think they've shown this, well, it's arguable to say they've shown this when they played Liverpool because it wasn't proper Liverpool, was it? But I don't think City are that too far behind.
No, they're not. You know what? Rant said it when City was playing Liverpool and when City beat them 4-0. And he's like, I can't believe that this City team let this Liverpool side run away with the league in which they might not. Even if you believe Liverpool have the better team and the better manager, cool. But there's no way the league should be done by November is what I'm saying. Like they give up. It's like a big championship fight. This is the 2 pound for pound greats in boxing. And someone gets knocked out in the first round.
You know what it is?
That's what it is. It's like first round knockout.
You know when you're feeling each other in the boxing match and you're feeling each other out. City felt two hard jabs and just called it a day. That's what that is. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of the title thingy, City got 2 left hooks there on the chin and it dazed them. And then they weren't in the fight again after that.
Nah, not in the slightest. That's what it is.
You can't tell me on paper. Check this. You can't tell me on paper. There's no way. And I'd love any Liverpool fan to come here and tell me this. You can't tell me on paper that Liverpool's squad is 30 points or whatever, however many points it is, 30 points better than City's.
Nah, I don't think anyone. I think, like I said, even if you agree that Liverpool are the better side, nobody would believe that City side should be so far behind
Not
that
at
Liverpool
all.
side, and it's the manner in which they give it up. Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Liverpool fans like, I can't believe this great City side is 23 points behind Liverpool.
Well, this is the thing, though. This is why I think, and I hope. I don't know whether I hope I'm wrong or I hope I'm right. But for me, this City now, yeah, there's no. What else can they get to spur them on for next season? Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they have to make like you said. Now they haven't got the ban. They have to make a statement, and they are gonna throw everything at it. They are literally gonna throw. People say a war chest. They're literally gonna throw the war chest.
Just imagine,
like the whole the whole chest.
Just imagine if Pep goes out and he gets a solid top left back and a solid top centre back.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That bench is done.
Yes,
that bench is.
Yes, it's certified. Like that's exactly what they need. And that being said, you saying that you can replace Manchester City and put Manchester United in that, and put Chelsea in that. In terms of you give either one of those three sides a top left back and a top centre back. Obviously, City are well clear, but they have the better squads over United and Chelsea. But that ups us a level, because I was looking at Chelsea's team and I'm like, Chelsea are United and United are Chelsea in terms of what is needed.
Yes.
United need a left back to me.
Yes.
Chelsea need a left back.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea need a centre back. United need a centre back.
Mm-hmm.
Manchester City need a left back, and they need a centre back. So it's like everyone is literally. I can see bidding wars going on.
Yes.
Everybody needs the same thing, and obviously you add Liverpool in the mix, like what Stroll just said. So they're going to be. So that's the four top teams, arguably in the country. Probably the teams that are going to finish in the top four. Yeah. All looking at centre backs, and three of them need a left back.
It's going to literally be a bidding war, because even like you said, it will be a bidding war. Even imagine Koulibaly now comes out and says, "Right, I'm leaving." Then United are going to go, "Oh, right, okay."
Yes.
Chelsea will do the same. Yes. City will do the same. And then if you think about it, Liverpool might even go, "Wait, no, come, let us try and get him." Do you get what I mean?
And out of those four teams we mentioned, Koulibaly, you could argue comfortably gets in three of them, and then the Liverpool one's a toss up.
Nah, he gets in. You
don't fan of Gomez?
No, it's not that. He would get in over Gomez because of what you'd have to pay for him.
Okay, yeah. So they're not going to spend 70, 80 million on a centre back and then bench him. No, I get what you're saying. So that's the four top teams we're talking about.
For me, if Liverpool actually look at this properly, they're missing a trick here. And I know Gomez hasn't played left back recently and it was a bit rusty. But for me, if they get another centre back, Gomez doesn't need to be then another, what you call it. He can be the backup left back, because the only backup left back they have is Milner, and I know Milner is in excellent shape for a footballer his age, but being that age, he's one injury away from, career done. You know what I mean? Like,
I hear what you're saying.
He could get like an injury that would put you out for 5 months, but
do
you know what I'm saying? Innit? When you're that age, they're the type of ones that can make you just go, "Oh, you know what? I'll call it a day." Do you get what I mean?
I get what you're saying. So, here's the thing: they got that kid coming through, Nico Williams, who played against Brighton. Yeah, it was Brighton. He was decent.
He's more of a right back.
Well, he is more of a right back, similar to United with Williams. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, but it won't surprise me if he is someone who could. He looks like one of those players who you could put over to the left and it won't phase him, type of guy. You know what I mean?
One of them, definitely. But yeah, you can see bidding wars happen, similar to Maguire, because obviously both Manchester clubs were interested in Maguire at the time, and then it was obviously Pep decided against it. Came to United, and it's like you didn't need him. Obviously, he's been proven wrong. So yeah, City are gonna go again. Like, I can see them. Could be one of them transfer windows where City are just signing someone every other day.
Yeah, it could be stupid.
It could be one of them.
It could be stupid, because then even you've got to think in the back of their minds. They're thinking, "Oh, we could probably just break FF financial fair play again."
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
That's no rule now. There's no issue. It's like all it is we're just gonna pay you off. UEFA.
It's literally like, so imagine now you're watching someone and they're stood in front of a policeman and they're doing something illegal. If they were doing it now, and then you go, "Oh, he's doing it. Oh, well, I'm going to do it then." Do you know what I mean? It's like when you go to a club, and you're in the club and someone starts smoking, and then before you know it, it's like 10 people in there smoking.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, "Oh, well, he's got away with it." So, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like that's human nature, really, to be honest. So, someone else is going to try and push the boundaries, most certainly. And it won't surprise me if, for me, Chelsea could even be one of those to try the boundaries.
Yeah, Abramovich is there because he seems to look at the way they've moved, and I have to respect Chelsea for moving like a proper big club and trying to close the gap. They went and got Ziyech. They went and got Werner. Interest in Havertz. Like I said, they are us. Do I believe their front five is as good as Manchester United's? No. But it's not that far away if it clicks.
I think if they get Havertz, it could be.
If it clicks. The only reason why, because I reckon Havertz will play in the 10, and then obviously you have Ziyech, Pulisic, Werner, and then they don't have, after that, they'll play 2 sitters, so Jorginho, Kante. Kovacic is a bit more adventurous, but I just don't think they're anything on Bruno and Pogba. But
No.
But it's still great to have. If you put Havertz in a 10 feeding those 3 I just mentioned.
They'd probably have more of a formidable front 4.
Yes, like that's what it is. It's a front 4 versus a front 5, and then they have problems in defence and with their goalkeeper, who I think gets away with murder, by the way, in terms of Kepa. Like, he really doesn't get the criticism I believe he should get, considering he's the most expensive goalkeeper.
Why is that? Why do you think?
You know
Because
why?
you know what's sick? You know, as much mistakes as De Gea has made.
Yeah.
I seen the other day about I call him keeper, by the way, because I don't understand why his name's keeper, but he's not a good goalkeeper. I've said that before. But I seen something the other day. He's going to replace De Gea in the Spain thing. It's like, surely you man must have someone else. You know what I mean? Like, you've literally got like the 2 most high-paid, high-risk goalkeepers at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
from Casillas to David De Gea with his prime to Kepa.
yeah, like Kepa. You know what I mean? Like, to me, this, but you know what it is with Kepa? He doesn't look like a goalkeeper. He's tall and that, but for me, he just looks like some type of basketball.
Basketball.
No, he does. He doesn't look like he's not got the goalkeepers have a certain physique. He doesn't look solid. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like goalkeepers are supposed to be dominating and big.
Pulled out transfer.
Well, Real Madrid interested in him
Real Madrid had the transfer agreed in January.
for Kepa.
Yeah, for Kepa when he was at Athletic Bilbao.
Because you have to think it's kind of a bit like Bundesliga, where if someone really moves in the Spanish league, Real Madrid and Barca kind of have like a first thingy, and it's like, okay, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Or they can't afford them, and then they just let someone else grab him. You know what I mean? But yeah, he gets away with murder. So for me, he's not a De Gea replacement at international level. But yeah, Chelsea. It's going to be interesting the end of the season, because it's literally now how it's all played out, and we'll get onto this in a bit. But it's literally all in United's hands now.
Literally, which we will talk on, because we are trying to sort it out, people, so we can give you live commentary from Manchester United, Southampton. So we're currently in the process of doing that. But yeah, you know what we'll talk about before we go into United? Obviously, we have to talk about the North London derby, the banter club that is Arsenal.
Nah,
like,
that is like...
They are, talk about a gift that keeps on giving. Like, is Arsenal football. Don't matter how bad, your football club may be doing. You could be Norwich and just been relegated. But then you think, I could be an Arsenal fan, because at least as a Norwich fan, you haven't had that high. But as Arsenal fans, yeah, you've had that high. And then you have slowly...
Do you know what, though?
You have been sinking for probably... Arsenal have been banter club since probably, what? 2000 and... When did Wenger start from? Maybe 2010?
But here's the thing, though. There's going to be a lot of people now. Like, don't get me wrong, United haven't been incredible success
we haven't been
for a while, 7 years. But Arsenal ain't won the league since when? Invincibles.
2004?
So there's man who was 16, bro. Arsenal fans who've never seen the team in the league. So if you have been a fan, if you're about 16 now and you've been watching football since what? So then we'll say 04, you were 6 in 2010. All you've seen from Arsenal is banter.
Yeah, you have literally the banner era.
Literally, for an Arsenal fan to say he's seen the glory years, he has to be like our age.
Yes, he has to be.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Very, very true.
Do you get what I'm saying?
And it's just great to see such a club like ours. It's great to see rival clubs as a United fan just suffering.
Nah, I don't like it, man.
Why don't you like it? Because if that was us, they'd be all on that.
Yeah, I'm built differently though.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. See Stroh smiling over there. This is what I'm saying.
Built
They are on it.
because
for
me,
I thought you were smiling. My bad.
Like when you were suffering for the past few years, Arsenal fans have been fully trying to
fully.
Yeah,
They've fully been arguing about the
They're trying to pull us down. Arsenal, you cannot.
And there was a time where it was like, alright, we were banter, they were banter, like we were both just bottling top 4.
Nah,
it got to
you know
the
what it
point
is?
with certain Arsenal fans, like I was bantering them, like we gotta stop this because we both rubbish. I'm like, we both rubbish.
Our banter has never been longevity. Our banter, has not had the longevity of theirs.
No,
we still managed to like have a little good shiny period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We still win trophies. Even in our worst period of 7 years, we've won FA Cups, I believe, Europa Leagues, League Cups. We've still managed to pick up the secondary trophies, not the major ones. Whereas Arsenal, obviously, they picked up FA Cups in that period as well, because but like that's it. And they still were getting, like, if you look at their top 4 record, I think it's since 2015, no win away from home against the top 6.
Do you know what it is with Arsenal? Yeah,
And it's only like 8 draws in that or something like that.
This is the difference between United and Arsenal, though.
Go on.
When we're really bad, yeah, here's the perfect. Right. When United have been bad all this time, you could argue that it's not down to a mentality at the club. It's more down to players and managers not maybe thinking. But with Arsenal, there's like everything's wrong. Do you get what I mean?
Like everything from, sorry to interrupt, from the staff members,
yes,
from the fact that the physios to the coaching, the fact that they're all getting injured constantly. I mean, honest to God, you've seen so many times when you'd be sat there and you'd be like, gee, oh my, like you see Ozil injured, Jack Wilshere when he was there injured, Ramsey injured. For
like 8 months though.
Yeah. It's like, what?
And then the thing is, everyone leaves there and thrives. You look at Ramsey, he left there happy. Look at the Ox.
Look at Ox, bro.
Yeah, look at Ox.
Look at Van P. A man literally left
and won the league.
Won the league less than a year later. Got a guard of honor and everything.
And there's a picture of there's a picture of loads of Arsenal. There's a picture of like multiple Arsenal players, and it's like Van Persie. They're celebrating a goal. So it's like Van Persie, Adebayor, Nasri, Sagna. There's a couple others in there, and it's like Oxlade-Chamberlain, and it's like loyalty in one picture, and it's like all them 6 players who are in that picture who have left all went on for success.
Yeah.
Adebayor running down the pitch.
Yeah.
Even Gael Clichy left and had success.
And he's not. Gael Clichy's not like a top tier player, is he?
And even taking it back further than that, Ashley Cole.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like we taking it really back. To Ashley
see
Cole.
What it is? There's problems there.
Thierry Henry, yeah.
Nah, but you see, all right then. At least with Henry went Barca, he went abroad. Yeah. We can kind of forgive. But
it's not even forgiving it. It's just the fact that he went and kicked on again.
No, but here's the thing: all of those ones that you've mentioned, have literally gone to a club in the same league.
Yeah, it was like when Fabregas came back, Chelsea.
Yeah, and then he was a success at Chelsea. So he went to back like
the worst one. Was Koscielny. He was the club captain, and he did that video.
Yeah. I think it's like their last 6 club captains or something have all left or something like that.
Yeah, man. There's
something rotten to the core there.
Yes. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's that banter. That's what it
Especially
is.
when he's doing that kind of introduction video.
Yes.
Yeah. Ripping the Arsenal shit.
There's something really wrong because every time I'm saying when United's is bad, it's like, oh, why has Mourinho done that? Or do you know what I mean? Oh, Van Gaal's not got a clue. Or at the start of Ollie's not good enough. Do you get what I mean? It's with us. It's like we might be like the players ain't good enough. Yeah. But with Arsenal, like man go there and get Arsenaled.
Yes.
Like literally, you have Lacazette. Man's like before he goes Arsenal, Lacazette's like a 30 goal a season striker.
He's a quality
in
striker.
all competitions.
I'm not sure about his goal record beforehand, but I know
his
goals.
His goal record in fire.
Listen to the stat one. He was
go on.
the highest scorer in Europe.
Yeah.
The season before.
Bro.
And then man went Arsenal and just got Arsenal.
I got Arsenal.
I love that. That's now a word.
Ozil's a World Cup winner, bro.
Yeah, Ozil is a World Cup winner.
Look at Ozil at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
He might have had his problems. Ozil at Real Madrid, you have to think. Ozil was a part of that Madrid team where they went toe-to-toe with proper Barcelona. They went toe-to-toe with him.
And
they were proper classicals.
Yeah.
They were the best classicals since like the Ronaldinhos and
Zidane's,
you know what I mean? Yes.
Like that,
it went back. They took it back to that. They went toe-to-toe with him and actually beat Barcelona on a few occasions to the league title, to the Copa del Rey. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. And then you come to Arsenal and
you just get Arsenal.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Your highlight is like scoring like a good goal against Ludogorets or something. You know what I mean? Your career highlight of Arsenal is like, you know what I mean?
Is how he actually pulled out the name of
Do you get what I'm saying?
Your career highlight scoring against Ludogorets.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
That's like his Arsenal highlight.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But then, so how do you go from World Cup winner, El Clasico winner, basically, you know, playing with the best on the planet to come into Arsenal and there's something so really wrong with you? It's just you. But then, you know what I mean?
That's a great point.
Lacazette, you know what I'm saying? He might have started scoring again since the thingy, but bro, you've destroyed Lacazette.
You know what I'm saying?
Mustafi is a World Cup winner. And German as well, so that comes with that.
You took his Germanness. How do you take the efficiency out of a German? That is a crime. That is criminal, bro.
They took an efficiency out of 2 Germans.
Bro. Exactly, bro. Man just took the efficiency out of them.
Mustafi was a starting.
Free, because they had Podolski, if you remember correctly.
There you go, bro.
They had Podolski. And he looked quality before he went there. I remember, like, that'd be a good signing.
Not just because of Perez, because I loved him, but I love Podolski.
Yeah, he looked like a good
Check
player.
this one, bro.
Yeah, go on.
Like, man might say about Sanchez and that, but as soon as Sanchez stepped in our he was dead.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we deaded him.
Nah, I think he was just done at that
He
point.
got Arsenal.
Yeah, you got.
You get what I'm saying? But so it's mad because it was once a place where you got Arsenal could have mean something else. Like,
Yeah,
it was
players thrive there.
Yeah, it was like a Fabregas. Fabregas. Sorry, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Who was no one and come to this, and Henry, who was relatively unknown, and then is a star, and do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
It's actually gone the other way. So for me, and I say this every time, as much as you can say, Wenger weren't the problem. It was the club. It's shown now. It's shown now. Seriously, think about it. How many managers later, and you've got the same problems? That's not Wenger.
Yeah, it's because of the way the club's run. They've got like.
It's not set up. Yeah, it's not set up for managers to be successful. Because, like I said, I actually rate Arteta, but he's really not getting the help at all.
Listen, I say this. I've said this for the past 4 weeks. Kroenke is building a £5 billion stadium in LA. £5 billion. He's not. He's not pumping that money into Arsenal.
Nah, I get what you're saying.
Imagine, man put $5 billion to Arsenal. It's game over.
Yes, especially with the way you can slide around FFP now.
And if he had that $5 billion, he'd just whack off their debts, yeah. And transfer window's a joke. You got what I'm saying?
But sorry to interrupt. The problem with the Kroenke thing, even though I'm saying he's having to borrow money from other NFL teams to fund the stadium. So when that goes south, the first thing he's going to be looking at is taking assets out of Arsenal. Arsenal could be in big trouble in the next few years. Like, no one really.
I think they are, you know.
Go on, elaborate. Go on.
Do you know why Arsenal are in big trouble?
Go on.
You have to think, yeah. So players now, if all right, then you got to go to Arsenal. You're going to be like, all right, let's look at the last few great players Arsenal have all had. They've all ran out the club. Do you know what I mean? They've all literally ran out the club. Like, Aubameyang is like not signing a contract.
He's not having it.
Like, when do you know of a big player? Like, when do you know a club to have their best player? Because Aubameyang's their best player. I'm going there. How do you know a club to have their best player leave on a free?
It only happens. That's the typical Arsenal.
Aaron Ramsey.
Yeah, what happened with Aaron Ramsey? How did you just let him walk and you keep what they kept?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So the same problem that you just had with Ramsey, you've now got with Aubameyang. Yeah. So you can't tell me that's one manager or one thingy, or do you get what I'm saying? As much as they want to say Wenger this, Wenger that,
Wenger didn't help himself though.
No, he didn't help himself, but he didn't have nowhere near as much money as these other ones have spent. Yeah. He still had a lot more debt from the ground at the time. Do you get what I mean? There's a lot of things where people were looking to tarnish Wenger, but for me, what Wenger was trying to do with what he had is mad, bro. When you look at what Wenger had, the teams Wenger had, and he never
True.
Wenger always finished top 4.
Not towards the majority of the time, yeah, but not towards the end.
I think there's only like 2-3 seasons at the end, isn't it?
Seasons.
There you go.
Yeah,
but if you look at them teams what he had in them last 2-3, it's shocking.
They weren't the best, but I think the issue that people had was with the manner in which they were getting beat. Like, they were rolling over. Like, you can't get beat 10-2 on aggregate back to back. Like, that's unforgivable. Because there is teams in the Prem, like, put it this way, if Wolves played Bayern Munich now, not even Wolves, if Crystal Palace played Bayern Munich right now over a 2-legged period, yes, of course, Crystal Palace would lose both legs. They're not getting beat 10-2 over both legs. No chance.
Do you know why, though? Do you know why?
Because they will set up and that Crystal Palace side now has nowhere near the quality of that Arsenal side.
Oh, do you know what it is, though? Go on now,
go on. But they will set up in a manner where they actually fight. You getting beat 10-2 on aggregate back to back. That means you've lost 5-1 4 games in a row. Home away, or whichever way it was. That is unforgivable. I don't care who you are playing. That is unforgivable. There's teams, we see it in FA Cup games. There's teams who are playing Premier League sides who are playing non-league sides, and it's not finishing 5-1.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Even with teams changing, because they will, obviously, your morale's up, you want to impress because obviously it's a big game. So you're getting that 10% extra. But that's the whole point. The sides that Arsene Wenger had at those points, they shouldn't be getting. Look at the team that United, the team 8-2, United beat Arsenal with.
You got 7 centre-backs or 7 defenders.
Nah, bro. Look at their team from that day, bro.
Their team was
Carl
bad.
Jenkinson.
Carl Jenkinson, but you still shouldn't be getting beat 8-2. You shouldn't be getting beat 8-2.
Nah, they should. That team's
You should be
horrific.
getting beat 8-2.
Bro, I'll get on that team right
Or
now.
the same way when they play Chelsea, like, you can... How many times have they been battered away from home? 8. 5 against Chelsea, 6 against Manchester City with those teams.
Yeah, City had like a 3-year period
Where they were just beating them up
they just
all the
battered
time.
them.
And it's like, that's what it is. You can lose. That's cool. But it's the manner in which you defeat. If United get beat by City,
Yeah, I've got a team.
3-0. Go ahead, go on, Strong.
Get this team up. Watch
So,
this.
Chesney in net, Carl Jenkinson, Traore, Koscielny, Giroud, Ramsey, Coquelin, Rosicki, Walcott, Van Persie, Arshavin.
That's terrible. That's not even top 4, fam. Do you get what I'm saying? That's not. Half of them wouldn't get into no other top 4 team. I'm saying top 8. I couldn't see half of them at Everton. Do you get what I'm saying?
But that's a prime example. Even if you put that Everton side, like, under Ancelotti now, I don't think, even though I think they would get beat comfortably by Bayern Munich side, I don't see it being 5-1, 5-1 4 times. I don't see 5-1 happening. Like, you can set, there's a manner, and even if they did get beat 5-1, there would be fight. It's the fact they just gave up.
That is the key word, though.
They
Fight.
literally, that is zero up, and that stems from, you can get beat. We've seen Manchester United get beat. Sure, Stroll seen Liverpool get beat, but they should be one-offs. For them, that was regular. That was season in, season out. It was like, which away game are Arsenal going to get battered in? Because you know it's coming. And look at their record since 2015, 0 away wins.
Well, this is the point I was getting down to. When I say I'm worried about Arsenal, not just what Phil said, because he's absolutely spot on. I'm talking about financially. Yes, they've gone out and spent 72 million on Pepe. When your owner is funding a stadium for an American football team and he can't pay the whole thing for the stadium and he's asking the NFL committee and other teams to help fund the stadium,
Yeah, it's a joke now.
that's not a good look. Because the second he misses one of them payments, foreclosure starts happening. But then he needs that stadium because American football will bring in more money than what Arsenal will bring in for him. So then what does he do? He starts selling assets in Arsenal. Then what happens? Like, this is a serious possibility which no one's really thinking about. That is a bad look for Arsenal. That really bad. Because if he can't afford that, God knows what's going to happen. Like, anything could happen. You could end up going down the Wigan and Bury route. Not saying it would get that extreme, but the second.
Let's hope it does.
The second.
Not Bury. I don't want him to go out of existence, but you know what I'm
But
saying.
you know what I mean. Like, they could end up in some serious financial trouble.
Do you know what I think they might? No, go on.
I
Sorry.
was going to say they could go on the same route as what we went down with Hicks and Gillette.
I think they could be worse. They could be a Leeds. Simply for the fact. Look at it now.
I'd love that.
Look at it now, yeah? Right, so Aubameyang's going, right? Lacazette, even with his poor record, he actually commands a better environment. For me, Lacazette, you give him the proper environment. Lacazette's he's a striker. He's a striker. He knows where the back of the net is. He's not in the right environment. Yeah. Ozil. I could honestly see Ozil going somewhere, Bayer Leverkusen or something like that, starting back up again, star. Yeah. Maybe not actually
Definitely.
Germany because he's got his beef in Germany, but he'd go somewhere again. They'd set up right for him, he'd be a star. If they lose these players now, yeah, Aubameyangs, even these kids, these Sakas and that, don't get it twisted. They're come through the academy, yeah, but at the back of their mind, they might be thinking, yo, I could be a world beater right now. Do you get what I'm saying? Your Sakas and them man there, for me, I think that's why he's trying to play these kids. He's trying to play these kids so much to make them think that they can stay. The amount of interest what your Sakas, your Martinellis, your Nelsons, your Willocks, these are actually good young players. And it's weird to see that they're actually I think a lot of them young players are carrying that team at the moment.
Oh, without question.
They're standing up and being counted more than other players. And I think it might be a case of, it's probably why Lacazette and them man have started scoring goals again, because it's like, wait, we're getting done in here by, kids. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so it's, for me, it's one of those, if they lose those big players, and if someone really sits down there and thinks, they might be like, you know what, they're losing not any more big players. They could get to a point where players are looking at Arsenal like, I'll go there for a year. But yeah, actually, I think they're there now. I think Aubameyang went to Arsenal to just go there for a year or two, get a bit of peace.
You reckon that's what it is?
Yeah, it's a play for a bit. It's somewhere to play to get a move. It's not you can't tell me you're going to Arsenal with the in the back of your mind your goal is to accomplish to win the league. It's not, no, it's not. You're not winning the league at Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? You can't say I'm going Arsenal. You can't even say I'm going Arsenal for regular Champions League. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And don't get me wrong, that's the point with United as well. You can't say you're going there, but you've got more of a chance at United.
Yeah, it's more believable.
Because the foundations are better. The foundations are there at United.
And our foundations are terrible. Our foundations are terrible. So for us to be better, they're on a really slippery bad road.
Yeah.
I honestly think it could get to a point where, yeah, they get rid of these players. The few good players they have, good players like your Tierney's and, who just seem like solid players, they might end up going. And they might have to literally rely on that academy. Do you know what I mean? Because for me, there's not much more now what can be done with Arsenal. For me, you can't buy your way out of that trouble at Arsenal.
No.
Do you get what I mean?
Money to anyway.
I think even if someone took that club over tomorrow, I think it needs like a full reset. The full club from bottom to top needs a full reset. Because if you look at it, Arsenal's not a small club, If that club is run properly, and with the football what they can tend to play sometimes, Arsenal could be a serious problem. If someone took hold of Arsenal, check this, if Arsenal got a proper manager after Wenger, we'd be having a totally different conversation. For me, they need to go down the route of getting a continental manager. They need to get someone.
You reckon